We are live. We are live. You guys hear us? It's outdoors. Been looking forward to this. Hope you guys are doing well. We're doing well. If you guys don't mind, let me know how the audio is. We got the mic right here. I want to make sure everything's working good. Got the old Matt Johnson in the house.
What's up, guys?
Try to get the lighting right here. Too bright. Too bright.
Too bright.
Sounds pretty good, huh?
Sounds great. I was just checking to make sure that we could hear.
Well, it's been a while since we've done any of these live videos. We don't get to do them near as much as we used to. Normally on Monday night is the night that we do our recording for the podcast. And me and the boys over at Nightlife Nation, we've been taking a break through the holidays. And I'm always in the recording mood on Monday. So figured I would just move that over this Monday and do a live video with you guys. So I got a few things I want to talk about, but in the meantime, you go ahead and post your comments or your questions down here. And when I get done with a few announcements, I'm going to go back through and we'll answer every single question that you guys post on here. Also, do me a favor. If you can, if there's any way you can share this video, share this to your Facebook page, share this to your Instagram. I don't know where it can be shared. But share it wherever you can. Text a buddy. Tell them to look it up right now. Jump on here because we'd like to get a good audience on these. We used to keep about 40 or 50 people on these pretty steady, and we'd like to get them numbers back up there. I know we hadn't done it in a while, but definitely want to get those numbers back up there. So I know we got 15 people watching now, 5 likes. I appreciate that, guys. Be sure to like this video if you get a chance. Okay, a few things I want to talk about. One, I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I know we just come out of the Christmas holiday, and everything around here was good. You have a good Christmas?
Yeah. I did. Had work, but besides that, it was good.
Where did you work? Fire department?
Firehouse, yeah.
He didn't work.
Whatever. I worked Christmas Eve night and then Christmas Day. So
That's fire department.
that's fire department.
Well, did Santa bring you anything good for Christmas?
He brought me some Crocs. Look. Oh, whatever. That's about it, though.
My latest hunting video, I went out in New Balances. So the next one, I had this guy go out in his Crocs. At least they dry off quick.
They dry off quick. That might have to wait for, like early season when it's still warm. We're out hunting in shorts and t-shirt, not bundled up.
I'm the first one to go coon hunting in a pair of shorts. I don't care. If it's hot, I'm wearing shorts.
That's right.
What else does Santa get you?
That's about it.
Comment below. What was your favorite Christmas present you got this year? I want to know. I got the New Year's coming up. You haven't worked New Year's too?
No, I'm off New Year's.
Is New Year's Friday?
Yes, it's Friday.
Me and Matt, Friday night, we'll be in the woods with Mr. Jason Moretz again. We're going to a new property Friday night we hadn't been to yet. So
I'm excited about that property. The way that he talks about it, man, I'm excited.
It's supposed to be nice flat, which is really good for us, and supposed to have plenty of coons. So we're going to try maybe get in the woods tomorrow night too. So we got a few more hunting videos coming up for you guys. I've got one gear review I want to do and one test video I want to do. We got several different products I want to try out for you guys and bring y'all interesting little entertaining videos. So, but next thing I want to talk about is you haven't already heard me, Brent Reeves, and Steve Fielder. We started the Nightlife Nation podcast, and we've been on it now 28-ish episodes, something like that, 29 maybe. I can't remember. And those are put up every single Monday morning. You can go by there to Spotify, or if you have iTunes, I think there's a couple other different podcast platforms that you can go listen to these on. But a lot of guys really enjoy them. They listen to them on the way to or from work, or if they're like me and they work on equipment during the day, they got their earbuds in, they're listening to them. So if you want some other content that's not a visual, just a really good something to listen to, go by there and make sure you subscribe or follow Nightlife Nation podcast. Like I said, every week it's brand new content. Our podcast average between an hour and 2 hours long. We cover everything from what's going on in the competition world with UKC and PKC and so forth. We talk about what's going on with our dogs. We have listener questions come in that we try to answer on the air. So we have people ask us a variety of different things, but we go on the air and talk about those. And then just whatever comes up coon hunting related. It's all about coon hunting. We don't talk about any other kind of hunting with hounds. We're only coon hunters. So that's what we talk about. And then at the end of each episode, we have a really good story that always pops up. Brent will tell one, or me, or Steve, and it's just really good. So go by there and check that out. Also, this past week, we launched our brand new website for Nightlife Nation podcast. We had no intentions of doing this before, but we had a lot of people requesting merchandise like T-shirts and hoodies for the Nightlife Nation. So we've got a new website up. If you're interested and don't feel any obligation to do this, but if you want something, you go over to nightlifenation.com. We have different size stickers on there. We got hoodies and like 6 or 9 different colors. I can't remember exactly. We have T-shirts in a multitude of colors, from black, white, different shades of blue. We even have pink for the ladies. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff on there. So nightlifenationpodcast.com. You can go on there and check it out if you feel like it. We'd appreciate it. Also, the next big thing is we got Grand American Coon Hunt coming up August. I don't want to say that. I'm thinking Autumn Oaks. January 8th through the 9th, or 7th through the 9th, something like that. Anyway, I know it's January the 9th is the Saturday. I know that's the closing day of down in Orangeburg, South Carolina, the big Grand American Hunt. We are going down there, the Nightlife Nation podcast and myself. We're going to have a booth. It'll be a Nightlife Kennels / Nightlife Nation podcast down there. It's basically a meet and greet. You can come down there and meet me, meet Brent Reeves and Steve Fielder. We'll all three be in the booth. Come by there, shake our hands, talk to us about coon dogs. We're going to have a couple chairs you can pull up. It's just going to be a casual place to sit down and talk and meet us. We're going to have some free decals, I think, laying there. And we're also planning on doing a free raffle for some Nightlife Nation gift certificates to the website. So we're going to be having the raffles down there. You can come by, just pick up a ticket. And I think Saturday at some point, we haven't determined, we're going to go ahead and draw out a few winners for a few gift certificates. So all that's completely free. We're just doing a meet and greet. We always have people ask us if we're going to be down there. And most of the time I work the Sport Dog booth, but this year I'm just going to have my own booth with those guys that we can just sit down and just have a conversation all weekend, real casual. So be sure, if you're going to be going to Grand American, we'll be in the main vendor barn. Come in there, holler at us, and let's talk. So I guess now we're going to roll back here. And you guys got a lot of questions. So I'm going to go ahead and start going through them. So what's up, Muncie? Elizabeth Underwood says she can't wear it. Said can't hardly wait. And that was before we even started this thing. That was pretty cool. Brandon, Outdoors. What's going on? Painted Screaming Kennel. What's going on, man? Good to see you on here. David Berlin says, been rabbit hunting much? No, we haven't, man.
We need to.
Yeah, we do. We do bad. I need to for my dad.
So, Wild Bill.
My dad, Bill, he had his second knee replacement of the year just 2-3 weeks ago. So he hadn't been able to go out with us, and I think he's wanting me and Matt to take his dogs out for him. So we may have to do that pretty soon. You down for that?
I'm down. Let's go Saturday.
Go Saturday?
Saturday.
We're going to be out Lake Coon hunting.
Come on. We'll drink a bunch of Nos and Red Bulls. We'll be good.
I'll drink that garbage.
Nos, if you're watching this, we would love a sponsorship.
Yeah, I need one. Save me a fortune.
We drink enough of y'all's energy drinks to keep you in business.
TJ, what's going on, man? Good to see you on here. Farm School in 6. What state do you live in? We live in North Carolina. We live in the western side in Harrison County. Muncie says, we have a pup. It's about 4 months old. When is a good age to start working with a pup? We're doing basic obedience training right now, but what about taking them to the woods? My tongue, I'm stepping all over. You're doing great, man. We just always start taking ours when it was about 6 months old. Up to that point, we do like you're doing. We always work around the obedience thing, kennel manners, learn how to lead. And then at 6 months old, we just let them hang out with us in the woods. And normally they don't do much, but, that's when we start taking with us. Payley says, my new Canon camcorder. You got a new camcorder? That's cool, man. Send me some pictures of it. I want to know what you got. I'm thinking about getting me a camcorder, too. I've only got the Canon M50 camera, and that's what we've been filming on. It does good, but I'm thinking about getting a Sony camcorder. Chris Rochester. Hey guys, hope all is well. Hope you're having a happy new year. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Chris.
Hope you are too, man. TJ says, "Hey Nick, I got a young pup. I'm training. She will run, track, and tree a coon by herself, but won't tree with more than one other dog. Any ideas how to make her a better, harder tree dog?" Let me read that one more time. "Got a young pup I'm training, and she will track and tree a coon by herself, but won't tree with more than one other dog. Any ideas on how to make her a better and harder tree dog?" Man, there ain't a whole lot you can do with that except hunt her with other dogs a lot more often. A lot of times you can find an older dog that's a little bit slower. Sometimes they'll take to them better than they will a younger dog because it's like a competition thing. I would try that. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. A lot of guys really like an independent dog like that, though. So, in some ways, you got something that a lot of people long for. But I just say hunt them with company quite a bit. Maybe they'll get used to it. Alan Bridges just wanted to drop in and say, "Hey, what's going on, Alan?" Holly Crow, "Can I come and pick you up and go coon hunting?" We might be able to get to go coon hunting sometime, but I'm not going to give you my address. Matt, now, on the other hand, he'll give out his address. Go ahead. Tell everybody where you live.
That's right. Better not.
He lives in.
Better not, bud. I live on a holler way back in the hills.
I will tell you one thing right now. Matt lives in a place that's like you have to stumble upon it to be there. Like,
Basically.
you don't just drive by Matt's house.
You don't just drive by my house. You got to go like out one road, turn, go down that road, turn, and you go all the way to the end of that road and turn, and boom, there's my house just in the middle of the woods.
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah. First time Nick come pick me up at the house, he's like, "Where do you live?" I'm like, "Dude, just go straight." I could see him. I'm like, "Dude, you're fine."
He stepped back in the woods, like looking through the bushes at me, like, "I can see you out there, hanging left by the pine tree."
Yeah.
"Well, there ain't no road there, Matt." "Well, I know, but just go through the woods." Oh, Brian Hall, what's going on, buddy? Brody, what's going on? Jacob West, been a while since I seen you on here. Jacob, how's that dog going at the dog I got in that raffle that time that you got? Well, interesting how that dog is doing. And how old is that by now? It's got to be well over a year old. Let's see here. I lost my place. Doug Griffin says, "Hi, everyone. Just got home at 9 a.m. from Georgia. It was a long weekend with family. Feels good being back in Iowa." Georgia, Iowa's a pretty good little haul. Benji, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Brady McKinley, how you been? He says, "I've been doing great, buddy. Hope you are too." Brody says, "What is your favorite coon squaller?" I really, I got two. I'm really split down the middle. I like my JC Squall really, really well. It works great, but on top of that, it's like, it's one of those custom made deals. It's got my name engraved on it and all that stuff. So the aesthetics of it kind of gives it up there, and plus it works good. Just a simple beat around. It don't matter what happens to it. Can't beat it. Squaller is the Tree Shaker by Bayou Legacy. Bayou.
According to Mr. Brent Reeves, it's a bio.
It's a bio.
And then the bio, the bar ditch, and the levee. But now, Mr. Brent, if you're watching this, I love you with all my heart.
Well, he said it. So anyway, Bio Legacy Game Calls makes the Tree Shaker, and they're like $25. They're really cheap, and they even glow in the dark, and it works really well too. So Milk Can Shine, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you on here. Hope you're doing well. My cousin from California. So hello, Southern California. It's raining pretty good here. Thought I'd say hey before my shift at Amazon. You work at Amazon? That's gotta be cool. I about keep Amazon in business these days. I have a delivery almost every day. Hi, Hard Knock Kennel. What's going on, buddy? Tyler Cox. He's late. That's okay. Late fee's only $30. You can send it by PayPal. Whatever. He's from Ohio. Heath Edwards, hey, from Lincoln County, North Carolina. Now that's toward the East Coast, if I remember correctly. Or is that towards center? Is that around the center part of the state?
Lincoln
County.
I think it's towards the center part of the state.
Or is that Lincolnton we're thinking of? Is a town?
That might be Lincolnton. I don't know.
Heath, let us know what part of the state that's in. Jason Barnes, good evening, buddy. Marcus Lambert, we talked on Facebook about my red bone. How's he look in your opinion? I'm gonna be honest with you, you'll have to refresh me on that, man. I talked to a lot of people, a lot of dogs. It's not ringing a bell at the moment, but I hadn't seen any bad looking dogs lately. I know that. TJ says, okay, I'll try it. Thanks, man. Matt Bishop, what's going on? Trickle Creek Kennels, good evening, fellas. Good to see you, buddy. Paint Lick said he sent some pics of his. Oh, I got it. That's nice.
That's a nice camera. Yeah, I like that.
That is a nice camera.
Middle part of the state, Lincoln, is in Lincoln County.
Oh.
That's where I thought it was.
Gotcha. Matt Bishop, what's going on? Ernest Stevens Jr., what's going on, buddy? Good to see you on here. Cody Jones, Bernardo Turner, what's going on, man? Been commenting on all our videos here lately, Mr. Turner. I appreciate it. Jacob says she's a little over 2 now, doing pretty good, hunting by herself. That's awesome. That's good. Ernest says he's Western New York here. Bobby Evans says, I have a 2-year-old female that will tree good until she sees me coming. Then she wants to go off the tree about 15 to 20 yards and come back and tree. Keep doing this. How can I get her to stay? A lot of times how a dog trees is just how a dog's going to tree. That's genetic. You can't change that a whole lot. What I would do is we talked about this on the podcast recently. One thing, you got to keep it really consistent. You go in there, take her when she comes to you and just put her back toward the tree. Don't pet her or nothing when she comes to you because you ain't checked the tree yet. When she comes to you, just pulling her back toward the tree. So get back on that tree. If she goes back to the tree, and then you go over and you take your lead and you snap it on her collar and you tie her back to the closest little tree next to it as you can. Then you get back and you shine the tree. If she's got the meat, you go in there, praise her up real big. If she don't have the meat, whatever, how you normally correct that, your own preference. But the key here is consistency. Through tying her back time after time after time again, and her not getting any praise until after she's been tied and you have checked the tree, you might be able to get her in a habit of just staying at the tree. If she's coming 20, 30 yards off the tree to meet you, that could be an issue if you're going to comp hunt. But as a pleasure hunter, I personally don't mind that. It don't bother me one bit, honestly. I think it's a good thing if you're just pleasure hunting, the dog's coming up to you, at least it's not. I've seen dogs you couldn't put a hand on at the tree if you had to. Couldn't catch them, no matter whether they got the meat or not. And I don't like that. So dogs coming to you, greeting you, say, hey, Dad, I got this coon. Check it out for me. To me, it's a good deal. Comp hunting might be a different story. Nicholas Green Outdoors. What's up, buddy? Nicholas, I follow you on man, this Nicholas Green, he's got like hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big channel, man. I like your channel a lot. All that camping stuff you do, I really like it a lot. Nicholas, I appreciate you being on here, man. Nicholas got a great channel, huge channel too. Heath Edwards, middle of the state. We already talked about that. It's in the Piedmont. It's down there in the Rolly Hills. Yeah. Good walking country.
Yes, sir.
Born 100 years too late. Howdy. Here briefly. Man, I appreciate you being on here. I've been watching a lot of his stuff. He does a lot of cool interviews with old school houndsmen. I like to, Born 100 years, we're going to get you on the podcast one day, do an interview with you. I noticed you did one with W recently. That was a pretty good interview.
I'll have to go check him out.
It is. Bernardo says, I used to hunt raccoons. I remember your comments you was talking about how it's been a while since you've been. Elizabeth Underwood says she is in Western New York here. We got a few New Yorkers that follow this and comment a lot. That's pretty cool. Greg Massey, hello, Nightlife Kennel family. It's time for a new light. Do Cajun lights work well? Happy holidays, everyone. Is my Cajun laying right here? It was.
Yeah. It's
in the other room. Yeah, I tell you, the Cajun, I really like it a lot. I keep it with me at all times. It goes in the truck with us. The Voodoo Plus, I think, is the one I got. It's a pretty lightweight light. It's got a really good walk light, good main beam. The prices fit pretty good. And one thing I like about it is it's just not super bulky. And it's pretty well balanced, too. It has a switch on the front of the head, which a lot of the lights that have a switch on the front kind of makes them a little bit front heavy. This one don't. It seems to be balanced out pretty well. So I'm definitely a big fan of Cajun. If you get a chance, hit up LW Nixon. He's the owner. You can talk to him. He'll tell you all about him. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I had to go to
Oh, you're
the
good.
other office.
The other office.
The other office.
So here it is, guys. You got the switch right here on the main head. You turn that forward, you get into your main beams. Very nice and bright. Roll back, it's off. You start back, you get in your walk light. And then you get into your red and your green. Now, once you get on the green, you see this little switch right back here. You flip that, and it turns your red and your green on at the same time and gives you like an amber look. You can see that. I don't know if it does it while you're on the red or not.
The amber.
I think it's just when you're on the green.
It's just on the green.
Yeah, just when you're on the green.
It
You
slips
flip
to
back.
amber.
And it works really well. It does. It looks like an amber. I mean, it's not 100% like the old school amber lights, but it's about as close as I've seen any of them get. So pretty lightweight. Of course, I like the soft cap because I take the liner out and I mean, it packs it down to nothing.
So I like my hard hat. I keep that. I bump my head a bunch. I do.
He bumps his head a bunch.
I do. That's why my little K light. I need a new light. I need to.
Why you need a new light?
Just,
You ain't even wore that one out yet.
I know.
But yeah,
Time to retire.
Matt, which light are you running right now?
The K light moonbeam.
Moonbeam. This dude right here, every bit of his hunting gear is in the back seat of my truck 24/7. His hunting light is right here on my charging bench at all times. He don't take nothing home.
No.
His spit bottles are in my truck for a week later.
Yeah, we clean them out every once in a while.
We get out coon hunting. It's all I can do to get him help me put dogs up, and that's it. He won't move nothing else out of the truck.
Oh, whatever. Yet I'll come in on my days off and take care of dogs. And
Right. Let's see. Benji Struthers. I hunt coons with hounds and coyotes with hounds. Do you hunt them with the same hound? Like you got a multi-purpose hound, or do you have different ones for different things?
Bryce did coyote hunting with hounds, didn't he?
Yeah, he knew somebody down there. And Brent's dad used to do that a whole bunch.
Really? I've heard that a bunch. Pretty cool.
Let's see here. Bernardo, y'all have good luck this season. You too, buddy. Appreciate you being on here. Brody says, just got a new Fusion Micro for Christmas, and I love it. Cool, man. I've yet to get my hand on the Micro, so I don't know if there's a big difference between it and the regular Fusion as far as weight. They say it is, but I ain't got my hands on one yet. I'd like to. Muncie, Painted Screaming Kennels, what county? I'm in Wayne County. Got a couple of West Virginia boys here. Get everybody hooked up together. Cody Leopard, I have a red tip puppy that's almost 4 months old. I've been dragging it around. Let's see. Let me read that again. I have a red tip puppy that's almost 4 months old. I've been dragging around a coontail, and he's doing really good. Also, let him treat the coon hide. What else should I do with him to get him started? You're doing really good as of right now. Make sure you work on his obedience. Make sure he knows how to walk on a lead without pulling you all the time. Make sure he's accustomed to riding in a truck, because a lot of puppies don't like that at first. And make sure he's accustomed to getting into the dog box. Things like that, the to and from the hunt, the kennel manners, handling manners, obedience, and things of that nature. Get all that squared away. And then he gets about 6 to 8 months old, start taking him in the woods with another dog. He's going to probably hang around your feet a little bit. He might get curious, go off 100 yards or so. And that's what I do. And then I just let them progress at their natural pace. I don't push them, just a lot of patience. But you're on the right track. I'm just telling you, if you'll square away your obedience and things of that nature. I mean, technically you don't have to, but it's going to make your dog a lot more pleasurable to hunt later on, and you'd be glad you done it. Cowgirl's daddy says, I had it. What's up, y'all? Good to see you. Apparently he's in Tazewell County. It's a TJ's got him a Fusion Micro as well. Brody says, hey, Cody, what we would do is allow coon and turn out our pup. These West Virginia boys are comparing mountains. I've drove through West Virginia a few times. They do got some serious mountains.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it surprised me. I'll tell you a little story. I had never been through West Virginia till a few years ago. I was going up Ohio to hunt with the previous owner of Big Dog Lights,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm driving through the interstate of West Virginia, and it's just basically a carved out section down by the river that follows through the river, through the mountains. Looks just like it does here, except there's an interstate there, kind of like going through the gorge over at I-40.
Right.
Every now and then you come across this little bitty town, just one exit, there's a gas station where you see a lot of those. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like I said, I've never been to West Virginia. Bam, you come to Charleston, I guess it is. Their state capital.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe how big of a city that was.
Oh, I know.
Stuck in a hollow.
And it's just boom right there.
Yeah.
Coal mines all around it.
I was like, where did this come from?
I went to Salt Rock, West Virginia when I was in youth group at church. We went on a mission trip.
Mm-hmm.
And we were riding through there. And I'm like, where in the heck are we going? And we just boom. Well, we come into Charlotte or to Charleston. I'm like, good night. This is cool. Like
that's a big city for
Yeah.
such a little tight place.
well, I was waiting for like West Virginia, like back hollers and hills, and boom, there it is. And I'm like, what? And this ain't what I expected. Then we went to the back hollers and hills, and that was
a mission trip, right?
Yeah, mission trip. We were helping a lady rebuild her house.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll tell you one thing. When I was coming back, my truck broke down. It was Sunday, Mother's Day Sunday, and I did a video about this. So I'm coming home through West Virginia on a Sunday, Mother's Day. There should be nothing open. And I break down in this little crossroads town. I don't remember the name of it. It had a Dollar General and a gas station. That was it. And I thought I just blew like a hose or something. So I pulled in Dollar General to get some antifreeze. I thought, well, maybe I can. I'm Googling where's the next big city. Maybe I can get down the road.
Right.
Well, I'd bust the water pump. I'd pour antifreeze in, it'd hit the ground. Like there was no moving this truck.
Mm-hmm.
So I started Googling, and I found this mechanic that was like 6 miles down the road that was 24/7, 365. So I called him thinking, there's no way this dude's going to be open. Okay, maybe it's 365, or he says maybe he works on Sundays, but not Mother's Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
This dude was open. And what it is a lot of the mechanics that work at the coal mines on their equipment on their days off work for him to make extra money.
Mm-hmm.
So they work Monday through Friday, and then they'll come in on a Sunday or a Saturday, whatever, and make some extra money.
Right.
I called a tow truck dude, which normally they'll work anytime. He picked me up, hauled me 6 miles down the road. Anyway, long story short, 3 hours from the time I got to Dollar General, I was on the road, brand new water pump, heading home. And I was like, that was a blessing, can't beat that. Good people. Let's see where I'm at here. Same dogs. Benjamin says, okay, cool, man. Bobby Fisher, how's it going? Listening from Lone Wolf, Oklahoma. Appreciate you, buddy. That's a long way out there.
I want to go to Wyoming.
Wyoming.
I want to go out there. Oklahoma made me think about it.
Benjamin says they use the same dogs for coyotes as they do coons. That's cool. What breed are they? Or go to tree one and drag it around the yard and throw it up a tree, Brody says. Paintless is a little no-name place here in West Virginia. LOL. Elizabeth says, what is the best tracking collar for hunting in the mountains? The best, absolute best you can use is an old telemetry system, non-GPS.
Old beep beep.
Those are going to give you miles of range, but there's a learning curve to them. Some of them have gone out of business. Collars can be a little hard to find sometimes. And I'm going to be honest with you, between the big three, Garmin, okay, I'm going to back up. I have not tried the Garmin 200, so I have no knowledge of how well it does. I've tried all the other Garmins from the 220, 320, 430, and the 100. Between all those and Dogstra and Sport Dog, none of them really out-track the other one, or none of them really do worse than the others. They're all just about the same. In the mountains, if your dog is down low and you're up high, a mile to mile and a half is pretty common. If you're lateral across some ridges and they're, deep hollers, 600, 700, 800 yards is about your average amongst any of them. what you need to look at, one, if you want Garmin, touchscreen's the way to go with them. If you want really good GPS satellite imagery, Daltra is the way to go. And if you're on a budget, Daltra is the way to go because they're like $400. If you want really good customer service, people who stand behind their product, and you're okay with not having touchscreen, Sport Dog's definitely a way to go. The Garmin Alpha 100 and the Sport Dog Tech 2 were about the exact same price, around $800, $700, $800, something like that. Daltra is $400. So that's all the information I can give you. But as far as tracking ability, they're all pretty much about the same in the mountains. Wish I could give you better news. Doug says, I'll be back. Got to put gas in. Let's see here. Cowgirls Day obedience makes a hunt so much more enjoyable. Absolutely. Cowgirls Day. Who owns Big Dog Lights now? I don't know. I've heard it's some Amish guy, but I don't know his name. I've never met him. I don't know who it is. Painted Screaming Kills. I'm in Southwest Virginia, about 3-ish hours away from you, Nick. Yeah, man, we need to get together sometime. Hey, Paint Lit Screaming, love your videos, Rocky River says. Thank you, Rocky. Hopefully, with my new camcorder, I'll be able to make better videos. You will. And the zoom on a camcorder is what I really want. You can zoom in and it don't get all pixelated. Cowgirl's daddy says they made that movie Wrong Turn in West Virginia with some real actual locals. It's a true story.
My girlfriend wanted to watch that. I was like, no. I watched the trailer. I was like,
This dude right here, he scares when it comes to TV and movies. He can't watch stuff.
That's the thing, though, is like, I don't like scary movies, but yet I'll go track around in the woods in the pitch black dark chasing a 4-legged coon. But yet I don't like scary movies. Makes no sense to me.
I'm going to start watching a scary movie before we go hunt and see if he acts any different.
No, we're not. That is the day that I turn in my notice to Nightlife Kennel.
Passion for hunting and fishing. How's it going, man? Good to see you. No raccoon tonight, buddy. We're just hanging here. We actually haven't hunted all weekend because we have full moon, and it has been like bitter cold, like 18 degrees.
It was -6 in Saluda Christmas Day. Well,
no,
Christmas morning.
Maybe with a wind chill.
With the wind, that's what I meant with the wind chill.
Okay.
Because we had a call at 5 o'clock. We looked at the temperature on our way out there, and my chief was like,
you just slipped up. You told everybody you live in Saluda, North Carolina.
Well, okay, I live in Saluda.
Look it up. I'm telling you.
There ain't much in there.
I wasn't going to tell where you live.
No, well.
On that road.
Right. There's like a lot of roads.
Yeah. His road is named after a big church. I'll put it that way.
I don't know if you'd call it a big church.
Well, it's one of the biggest churches in the area.
There's a church on every corner in my area of the woods.
TJ says, I'm over Stigler, Oklahoma. Harris says, you from Alabama? Nope, I'm not, buddy. Somebody needs to get rid of Harris. We got some of our hang on. I think I can do it. Remove. Yeah, we're getting rid of Harris. Bobby Fisher says, what's up, TJ? Caleb Ott, what breed of cur is best for hunting coon? Man, I don't know. I don't know much about the curs. Anybody on here, if I don't have an answer, there's got to be somebody on here that's hunting curs for coon. So comment down below if you've ever coon hunted with any kind of curs. Which one would you recommend? Let's get Caleb some good information here. Boy, I'm having to remove a lot of people. Talking about drug usage. You gone. Elizabeth, you're welcome. TJ, not much, Bobby. Covers Day. Look up the Whitakers. The Whitakers of West Virginia, real folks. The Whitakers. Now I've seen the Whites of West Virginia.
Yeah, I've seen the Whites.
But that's not like our West Virginia buddies.
No.
Isaac Champion, great videos, Nick. Appreciate you, buddy. Really do. Chuck Kane. Me Ferry does say hello from Northern Illinois. All right, buddy. West Virginia Housman. Hey, Nick, I use an AX53 Sony camcorder. It's small and has great video quality, great zoom. That's the exact one I've been looking at, honestly. So, and West Virginia Houndsman, I'm gonna look you up real quick. I think I'm subscribed to you. If you're the one I was thinking of, I'm subscribed to so many hound ones. Let me look you up real quick here. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, West Virginia Houndsman. I am subscribed to you, buddy. You got some good content. I like it. Danny Smith, Stevens Kurz got the best nose and open trailers. There you go. Walkers or nothing, Calendar Day says. Tyler says, add a Kerr guy to your channel. I would if I knew some good ones. I don't know any. Muncie says, yeah, no, it's not like your West Virginia buddies. Yeah, I knew that. I've seen those and that now. Caleb, thanks, Dean Smith. Best breed for bear hunting, Elizabeth says. A lot of guys that bear hunt use varying breeds. Some of them, you got your die hard, like Plott guys. That's all they're going to run. And Plott's was bred and designed for bear hunting. So I would strongly look at Plott dogs if you're going to get in any kind of bear hunting. But a lot of guys I know around here will have a mixed pack. Walkers are faster and a little hotter, so they'll have a couple of those for whenever they get on the hot track to pack in and get the bear up a tree. Some of them will use a Plott or like a blue tick to find and strike an old track and get it moving that they can pack the walkers on later. So a lot of guys will use a mix of stuff in their pack. But like I said, Plotts are generally all around really good bear dogs. So yeah, Muncie says West Virginia has great, Houndsman has great videos. Okay, so Calgary says, no, bro, check out the Whitakers of West Virginia on YouTube. Wow, everybody look them up. All right, I get off here. I'll check them out. Painley says, yeah, man, anytime you want to give us, let me know. We'll make it happen. I have to get up there and walk mountains with you boys, you and Muncie. Just made sure Matt has been walking crops ready and in 4-wheel drive.
I got them in 2-wheel drive right now.
At least you got camo ones.
Yeah, I know. We were just talking about that. I can wear them in the deer stand.
Elizabeth Thunder was an awesome. Thanks. Captain's Day, I agree. Plotts for bear. Benji says bear hunting walkers and English fur pullers.
Never heard of a fur puller.
Never heard of it. Now we got 53 people watching this. Well, I got 23 likes. You get a chance, hit that thumbs up button and like this video. If you haven't already commented on here, comment something down below. I know, like, you know, we're probably 1,000+ subscribers since the last time I done a live video like this. And so we got a lot of new people. And we used to do these things all the time, you know, years ago. And so if you're new to this channel, comment down here and say, hey, I just want to see your name. I want to know, because there's a lot of people on here like right now that I've been talking to for years. And, you know, once I see they comment, it brings back other things we talked about and stuff. So comment down below. Let me know you're watching this thing. It'd be really cool. And if you will, let's do a Q&A for Mr. Matt Johnson.
Oh, Lord.
Comment,
let's do it, guys.
Comment below any question you want to ask Matt Johnson, and
I will answer it.
We'll let Matt take the mic. I'm not really. I'm figuring.
Oh, well,
I know how you are with things. This is expensive.
You trust me to run the camera?
Barely. I bought a cage for it.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Let's see here. Calories Dash. Nick, what's Hyde and Nick's breeding? Hyde is out directly off Hillbilly Deluxe, and Nick's goes back to Kentucky River Rowdy bred and Roxy. I can't remember what it was. Mike Parr, hello from Northern Indiana. Good to see you, buddy. While we're letting some of these comments come up, keep commenting questions for Matt, but I'm going to tell you a little story. Bryce Matthews, our pro staff, he hollered at me today, and some of his buddies had a dog. They had 2 dogs get lost in a swamp, and they lost signal on them. I thought, you know, Indiana, flat country,
right,
wouldn't lose a signal. But they lost signal on these dogs in a swamp, and it took them 2 days. They finally found one of the dogs. It had died of hypothermia. It was treeing in like several inches of water, and I guess it got cold. It died. They found it, and then as of like 5 o'clock today, when I talked to him, they hadn't found the other dog.
Oh Lord,
So
dang.
be praying for them. They find their dogs. I mean, that's just it's one of the things you don't really think of. You know, you lose a dog in that type of country, but and then if you do in water and the dog stays treed,
Right.
man, that stinks. So, all right, man, I'm gonna read off the comments
Read them off.
and you're gonna answer.
I'll answer them to the best of my
Answer.
ability.
So, Muncie says, when we're gonna get Matt back on the podcast? I guess I have to answer.
Yeah,
that one.
I guess that would be you.
I don't know.
I don't
That
have
was
much
like
to do
one
with
of
it.
our worst episodes. It rated at the very bottom of the barrel. So,
That was one of your best episodes. Don't lie to the guys.
yeah, we'll get him on there. All right. Shane T says, don't let Matt watch the Whitaker's video. He won't come to West Virginia. All right. TJ says, Matt, when you going to get a Bluetooth?
Ew. I don't know. I got to make some room at my house.
Briefly tell the story, you know, what the dog you have.
Oh, my dog.
Abbreviated version story that
Okay.
you have. Matt does have a coon dog.
I have a coon dog. She's a red and tan, half red bone, half black and tan. She got attacked. She was a little over 9 months old.
How old is she now?
She's 5. She's 5.
Okay.
5
years.
5 years old. She got attacked by a bobcat one day, and
At home.
At home, she was in her kennel. I was at work, and it punctured her skull and crushed her skull in, and it hit the part of her brain that deals with development and function of her body. So basically, she's, I don't know how to put in.
She's like special needs.
She's special needs, yeah. She's special needs. So
she's a great, sweet dog.
she's a sweet dog. I mean, she loves kids. She loves dogs. Everybody. She's gun shy.
She's not gonna make a hunting
She's
dog.
not gonna make a hunting dog. So, but she's my girl. I take her riding around with me. She plays with the other dogs, and she's just a porch dog now. She just lays around and eats.
So when you gonna plan to get another dog to hunt with?
To hunt with, yes. I've had the thought, and so maybe next year, maybe.
What we did discuss was I'm hoping next fall, if Nick's gets squared out, I'm gonna breed her to hide, and Matt's gonna get picked the litter. So he can either completely have the dog, or me and him will go halves on it, and he'll keep it at his house, and it'll be pretty much his dog. But
pretty much.
so yeah, maybe next fall he'll have one.
I need to get in. I hunt Nick's more than anything. So
All right, so hey, from Northwest Washington, appreciate you, buddy. Tyler Cox, keep doing these. Add Brent, Steve, and Bryce. I wish I had a way of adding. They have to be here. That's the thing. Like certain live videos, like Facebook and Instagram, you can add people who are not there, but like YouTube, you have to be here to get on there. Hello from Southern Michigan. Brody, you just answered his. What kind of dog do you have? Cowgirl Day says, love those clovers. Randy Carter, what's going on, buddy? Painlick says that hunt Bryce did on the bear hunt was like 45 minutes, give or take, from me. I believe it is the same place I'm thinking. Cool, man. TNC Outdoors, hey guys, y'all doing good? We're doing good, buddy. Hope you are. Elizabeth Underwood says, praying for them now, watching with my whole youth group. Cool.
sweet.
Say hey to the youth group. That's cool.
Hey guys.
Cowgirls Day, youth group watching. That's awesome. I think it is. John Hamill, hello from Northwest Georgia. Cowgirls Daddy, due to Bobcat chewed on my behind, I'd be a porch dog.
Yeah, she's a porch dog, all right.
Michael Hardin says, do you hunt anything besides walkers? I don't, but it's not because that's what I have to have or chose. That's just the way it ended up. I've said this many times. The reason why I prefer a walker is merely looks. I grew up with beagles from my dad, tricolored beagles. So to me, like from my childhood, a hound is tricolored. So that's why I went with walkers. Plus, growing up, all my family members hunted something else. They didn't actually like walkers, and I always kind of like to do what other people are not doing. So that's why I went with them. I didn't know that they were so popular. In my little world right here in West North Carolina, they weren't. But yeah, y'all got some more questions. Let's hammer Matt down here. Get him talking. What's up from Nash County, North Carolina? What's going on, buddy? Benjamin says, I have a leopard hound, two mountain curs, one black mouth cur, running walker mix, and a, I guess, purebred black mouth cur. Cool, man.
Have you ever seen those leopard curs?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, those are pretty dogs, man. I like the way they look.
Calgary Day says there another breed other than walkers.
There is.
Lubus says they said howdy. Let's go. How many kids youth group we got watching there? Matt, what's your best memory from coon hunting this past year? 2020, the worst year ever. No, it's probably not the worst ever, but
no. Honestly, watching Nick's progress. Honestly, I mean, it wasn't just one hunt. Just watching her go from track, trail, tree, and watching her progress and getting to work with her and spend time with, not only Nick and Hyde, but get to spend time with her in the woods and watch her grow and mature into the dog she's becoming. And then that one night, getting to watch her tree that coon. I mean, it was like you lit a fire under her. So that was my favorite hunt of this year. Was that. Now, my least favorite hunt was me swimming across the river a week before said hunt.
He didn't swim across no river. I gotta film this stuff from now on. It's like ankle deep water.
It was not. It was like
you ever
chest
like,
deep.
You ever like held a chihuahua over the water and they just start kicking? That was Matt. Matt's walking across the water. It's that deep, and he's going.
I am not. It was waist deep. I jumped in. It was.
You can't believe a word is.
Whatever.
It was not that deep. All right. Cowgirl's daddy, what do you guys do for work? Matt, I'll let you answer first.
Well, my full-time job, I do tree work and grading, and then I'm a volunteer firefighter / fill-in, which basically, if they can't find guys to work, they'll call me, and I'll come in and work a shift. And then I'm nightlife. So
the big paying
job. That's where I draw all my checks from, is Nightlife Kennel.
That's right. Me, myself, and I work at my dad's company. Pretty much run the day-to-day operations. We do tree work, landscaping, grading, septic work, A to Z on the outside of the house. I mean, we even pressure wash. It don't matter. We do it all. We got a crew of 4 or 5 guys. We got a bunch of different machines. I run pretty much any of it. That's my day-to-day job. Dad's going to be retiring in a couple of years. We're going to buy him out. So that's how I've always made my living. Start out. My first job was mowing grass just for people in the neighborhood. And that's all I've done ever since I got my license. So that's what I do for a living. Plus, we have the website where we sell all the hunting supplies, nightlife.kennel.com. So in the evenings, I fill orders and stuff like that. And I've got a couple other little business adventures going on that me and some buddies are starting right now that hopefully we'll be bringing to you in the next few months. Some cool coon hunting stuff we're going in business on. So that'd be pretty cool. And then that's pretty much what I do. Let's see. We have a leopard hound. She is a great dog, Mike says. Michael Harden says, yes, there's other breeds unless you're just into deer hunting. Matt, Muncie wants to know how long you've been coon hunting.
On and off. Probably 10 years, maybe. I mean, I coon when I was a kid, got out of it. My uncle I got started hunting with my uncle, and he was climbing a tree and broke his back, fell out, and so he sold all of his dogs and got out of it. And so my dad bought beagles and started squirrel hunting. So I kind of wasn't coon hunting, but it got me back into hunting.
You squirrel hunting with beagles?
Yeah. It was cool.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, they were squirrel and rabbit, so it was, but and then a buddy of mine at the firehouse 4 years ago, 4 years ago, got me back into coon hunting, and that's how me and Nick met. And then I've been hunting ever since. We've been hunting 4 years now.
3
years.
It's been 3 years
Yeah.
when that happened. We actually got his first hunt with me on video. We went with a buddy named Eric, and then a couple weeks later we went again. Me, him, and Eric, we tree 2, shot them both out that night. So yeah, his first hunts. If you go back and look at a hunt we did called a stinky situation, where I think there was a skunk that come out. That's like our 3rd time we ever hunted. So that's the first time me and him went hunting without Eric being there. So Palix says, if y'all could hunt with one hound, past or present, which would you want to hunt in the woods with? You go first.
Well, honestly, I'd pick old Papa Jug. If we could bring him back, it's just a memory. The short time I did get to hunt with him, it was just watching him tree and the passion he had for it. And I'd do it in a heartbeat. Watch him tree and get to hunt with him one more time.
If I could bring any of them back, as far as famous dogs, I'd like to hunt with Clover, just because I'd like to see the lineage of dogs I have off of Clover now, how similar they are. I'd like to see it firsthand. Non-famous dogs, my buddy Kim's dog, Stroker. I never got to hunt with that dog. Just listen to the stories that he's told. I'd like to be in the woods with that dog one night. That'd been cool. Keep hitting those questions for me and Matt.
Yeah, run them up.
Especially Matt. Let's get him. Y'all need to get to know him better.
Yeah.
Caleb says, how do you suggest starting out coon hunting if you don't have any land and are experienced with hunting dogs? I suggest wherever state you live in, say for example, I'm not saying you live here, say like South Carolina. South Carolina has a South Carolina Coon Hunters Facebook group. Whatever state you're in, go join the Facebook group for it or the Coon Hunters Association. By that, you can find guys out there who might live near you who could take you coon hunting. Get out there with them, spend time with them, lead their dog for them, help them catch their dogs, just soak up all the knowledge that they can give you night after night after night and absorb that in. Then once you got a good friendship and a good mentorship going on and you're ready for a dog, those guys can help guide you and to find you a good dog. And I mean, it'll just snowball from there. So first key, if you don't have any land or any experience, find somebody who does and who is willing to take you. And with the right friendship and relationship, that can snowball into a lot of good things. Cowgirls Day, black and tans equals if you it will lack. Let's see. Benjamin says I also have a Beagle too. Cowgirls Day, red bones. If it's red, it ought to be dead. Blue ticks. Well, guess Old Smoky ain't that bad. How much do you like red ticks?
I like the way they look. A good friend of mine, he owns one. I've hunted with him several times. I mean, he's a good treeing dog, but he's real pretty too. I mean, I like the color of him. It's just, I don't know. What about you?
I ain't hunted with really any of them. So far as hunting wise, I don't have any experience. I like the looks of a red tick. There's not really a coon dog out there looks wise I don't like, except for I'm not real big on brindle colors. So plots sometimes I like the black plots or the real dark colored plots, but that's just my choice. Cowgirls Day, I love the old Joe's videos. Yeah, those are cool, man. Wish I'd had him back. Michael says, y'all going to Grand American next weekend? Yes, we talked about this earlier on. We're actually going to have a booth set up. If you go in the main vendor barn, we're going to have a Nightlife Kennel and Nightlife Nation podcast booth. We're going to have a meet and greet. You can come on there. It's going to be me, Brent Reeves, Steve Fielder. My wife, Kate's going to be there. But should be probably going around trying to grab her new puppy somewhere.
Probably.
But yeah, and we're not selling anything. You come by there, you shake our hand, you can stand there and talk coon dogs with us all weekend long. I do think we're going to have some free decals to give away while the supplies last. They'll go fast. And also, we're going to be doing a free raffle. Come by there. We will give you a raffle ticket. And on Saturday, we're going to draw out some free gift certificates to the Nightlife Nation podcast website, where you can go by and spend that gift certificate on T-shirts, hoodies, decals, whatever is on there. So, and it'll be good for like a year. So make sure you come by. If you're at the Grand American 2 weeks from now, whenever it is, come down there and check us out at the Nightlife booth. Cody says, how's I doing? He's doing good, man. Been getting him out in the woods every now and then. Nick's, it's funny because our last video, Nick's come in the heat, and I'm thinking now it was like a false heat. She did have a little swelling, and she's bleeding just a little bit, but she had a heat back in October, and it was like a full-blown, for sure, heat. And this one never got that bad, and now she's looking perfectly fine like a week later. So I'm thinking she must have had a false heat. Excuse me. So we'll definitely be getting her back out in the woods this week and get some videos going. Says he's lying. There ain't no good English. Muncie Outdoors, Caleb Block. Go back and watch some Nightlife Killing videos. They have several good training videos that we have used several times. Appreciate that, bud. We're starting to get a battle over the English going on. Let's see. Doug Griffin, I see everyone later. I'm going to catch up with everyone since we're gone for Christmas. Good luck, buddy. Have a good night. Appreciate you, man. Caleb Ott says, thanks for being a volunteer fireman.
No problem, buddy.
Painless Scream and Kill. Matt, how long have you been a volunteer fireman?
I joined in October the 9th, 2017. So 4 years. Yeah, 4 years.
Will be.
Will be.
Well, guys, we got 60 people watching on here. If you haven't already, hit a comment down there. Just say hi. Or if you want to ask us anything to do with training questions about how to train a dog, if you want to ask anything to do with gear, different brands, or anything, if you want to talk about how to make YouTube videos, it don't matter. We're going to be on here for, we normally stay on here an hour, but we got 60-something people watching. So as long as you guys are engaging with us, we'll stay on here for a bit longer. So keep them rolling. Man, hey guys, have a blessed evening. Really enjoy the conversation. You too, Muncie. Be good, buddy.
See you, man.
Michael says, I'll be there working the GTS hunting supply booth. Won't have time to come by your booth, but would like to have a decal. Save me one. Man, if you just swing by early as you can on Friday, I'll have them. I'll give you one. Cowgirl's Dirty says, Matt, you married. I said cowgirl. A cowgirl's daddy says, Matt, you married and got kids with questions.
Okay, no. Number one, I'm not married. And I don't have kids. If you want to count my dog as my kid, you can, because she's a full-time job to take care of her with her needs and stuff. So
he is married.
Yeah. Married to the nightlife. I took an oath and signed my life to Nightlife Kennel. So.
But you are not single.
But I'm not single. I have a beautiful girlfriend who I love dearly. And if you're watching this, hi, honey.
Who I've yet to meet.
I know.
He won't bring her around. He's scared for some reason.
No.
Don't know why he would be scared.
Yeah, I know. But no, I'm not married. I do have a girlfriend. She is the most beautiful girl on this planet. I love her to death. So, but no, hopefully one day I'll be married. Nick can be my best man. And so, yeah.
I hope he don't get married for a long time because I don't like being in weddings. Caroline Boy said, I have a lot more luck with Red Texas Tree Walker, but I love the way tree walkers look. Carly Pageant, bunch of waves. Good to have you on here. Cody Leopard, I remember watching Hyde when he was a puppy and wouldn't cross the water. Then watched a newer video and he's running straight through it. I think you may be talking about that tough dog we had. Hyde was never a puppy on the channel. So we had that tough dog. and he was afraid of water. We ended up giving him away to a guy that bear hunts. So I hear he's made a good bear dog. But appreciate you watching all them videos because the tough videos are way back in the lineup. So I do appreciate that, man.
Wait.
ZY Goose says, how do you train pups at night? Man, that's big, broad question that would take a long time to discuss everything. I give you the bullet points of it though. Basically, from the time you get them 8 weeks old, if you get one that young, to about 6 month age, the only thing we do is bond with the dog, make a really good relationship with it. We teach it manners as far as barking in the kennel or barking at home. Teach it not to chew. We teach it not to be aggressive over food. We teach it how to walk on a lead, and we teach it how to ride into a dog box, not be scared of a dog box. And we just basic obedience, come in here when we call it, so on and so forth. About 6 months of age on is when we start taking them in the woods, preferably with an experienced coon dog that can kind of show it the ropes. A lot of times the dog will stay at our feet, the puppy will, while the other dog goes and hunts off. And then after a while, and they get just a little bit older, they get curious and they'll start going off. Sometimes they don't go far and they come back. We just kind of let them, they have it naturally in their genes. They're genetically designed to be a hunting dog and a working dog. So all we do is put them in a situation to where what's bred in them genetically can come out and provoke the dog to doing what it was bred to do. And that is to go off in the woods at night and look for game. So we give it the opportunity and we let the genetics take over from there. And the only thing we do is as we encounter problems, say it starts running a game that we don't want, deer instead of coons, there's tactics and techniques we use to break that habit and so forth, so on and so forth. So as we encounter problems, we work through it, and hopefully over the course of it becoming 3 to 4 years old, we have a finished dog that you can take out by itself, cut in the woods, and it will tree a coon, pretty regular basis. So Cam Curtis says, hey, I got a red bone dog that will tree a coon, but also bay a hog. I've never gotten into coon hunting, but the sorry SOB will take my hog dogs to a tree and be looking up. Any help would be nice. Man, I don't know what to tell you because I don't do any kind of hog hunting. If you got a dog that trees coon on a regular basis, I bet you somebody will want to buy him. So if you want to get rid of him, there's always a guy looking for a good coon dog. I don't know. I guess you could break him off a tree and coons just like we do breaking off possums or whatever. We got an e-collar on the dog. We shoot the coon or possum out to them and then stimulate them with a shock collar. And you can break them off of it, just like you could a possum or run a deer, either one. So that's the only thing I could imagine to tell you. Haven't been in that situation. Frank Pierce, hello from Ohio. Tom Finch, hi from Colorado. Hunt mostly cats, some coon. I've got 2 blue ticks and 1 red bone. Cool, man. Appreciate you following us on here. Cowgirl says, been fun, everybody. God bless. Appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, tough. I'm sorry. No problem, Cody. Appreciate you watching, man. Farron Odom says, hello from Kingston, Alabama. ZY Goose says, hello from South Carolina. What's your biggest? Benjamin said, what is your biggest coon? Mine was like 19.5 pounds. I've never treated a 20-plus pound coon. A big coon here where I live is 16 to 18 pounds. It's a pretty good sized coon. If you break over 20 here, you have really done something. I know 4 or 5 guys here that have done that. I've never done it. So 19.5 is the biggest I got. Alan Boykin says, what's up, brother? Haven't been on in a while. Been deer hunting a lot this year. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? This old boy got hung up on deer hunting too.
Yeah, I did.
You finally got your first deer though, right?
Yeah, I finally killed my doe.
Had to go to Tennessee to do it?
It was North Carolina, Tennessee line. So
is there a don't need to air where you were, what you were doing type of deal?
Right.
Okay.
No, I was on the North Carolina, Tennessee line. My buddy, he lives in Tennessee, but you walk through his yard and you're in North Carolina. So he lives that close. So
okay. So what state did you kill this deer in?
North Carolina.
Okay. Sure. Alan says, what's up, brother? Okay, read that one. Michael says, what do you think of these pups, 7 and 8 months old, making night champion at such a young age? Well, I'll tell you, man, it really depends on where you live. Like around here, you're not going to get a dog to do that. But like places like some of my friends live up there in Indiana, or like where Brent Reeves lives down there in Arkansas, man, they got piles of coons. And I could easily see if you had the property and you hunt those and you had property in those areas and you were able to hunt often, you could make a dog that would be a night champion that young. Um, I know there's some things go on at certain places, cheats or whatever. It's not super common. But I have seen some areas of the country that have so many coons that a dog bred right could probably do it. So it really depends on where they're at. Kyron says, I'm debating Dogtra or the Sport Dog tracking system. I like the 3D mapping on the Dogtra, but will it be reliable? Phone battery life is bad when it's cold and live in an area with bad cell service. Man, I can't really push you either way on that deal. If you really like the 3D and you want it, I say go with Dogtra and try it. I will tell you one thing right now. I run the Dogtra as a secondary on my dogs. And what I did to save battery life on my phone is I got on Facebook Marketplace. I found a dude in town that had like an LG smartphone for like $50, had no service. I went and bought that phone for $50. Like I said, I didn't put service on it, but I was able to enter the Dogtra app to go in there and find the hunting areas on the offline maps. And like you highlight an area on the map, and I'll do like all the game land here, and I download that to the phone. So, and I did all my hunting areas that way. So when I get to where I'm hunting, I go in the menu and I select offline satellite maps or whatever. And if where I'm standing is a map that I've downloaded that phone, it'll pop up a satellite image, and I'm good to go. Don't have to have any service. So, something to think about. You can do that on your regular phone too if you wanted to. You don't have to have service, but I highly recommend somebody doing that because one, if you're pulling it out of your vest and you're checking it all the time, you drop it and bust it, you're out a cheap burner phone. You're not out your expensive, nice cell phone that you use every day. So. Trickle Creek, I missed it, but are you going to Grand American Winter Classic? I am going to Grand American, and we are having a Nightlife Kennel and Nightlife Nation meet and greet booth. Brent Reeves, Steve Fielder, and myself will be there. Winter Classic still up in the air. I don't know if I'm going there or not. Jacob Smith, what's going on, buddy? Let's see here. I've got a shy 7-month-old female and 5-month-old female coming tomorrow. Should I expect trouble keeping them together? Keeping them together, probably not. Hunting them together will be an issue. Anytime you get more than one pup in the woods, most of the time they just want to play. They don't want to hunt. They don't want to take anything serious. So if you get both, I would just make sure you hunt them separately. So Benjamin says, what's your biggest coon? We answered that with 19.5. Spider eyes, LOL. Fair says. Cody, he must be in the woods right now. He sees trees. Cody Leopard. Hey Nick, any opinion on semen pups? Well, I'll tell you, Nick's mama or Nick's daddy. One of the two was a semen pup, and it turns out pretty good. So I think it's a good thing to do. I actually like them. That's one of the main reasons why I went with Nick's. It was, I think it's her dad. It was a semen pup off of Kentucky River Rowdy, and I think that's who it was. I think her daddy. But anyway, by going with a semen pup, I was able to get a bloodline that had pretty much been dead for almost 20 years. I was able to get back to an old stock of dog that I really like. So if you do your research and you find some frozen semen somewhere that you can get and breed to from some really good old stock dogs from like the 90s or, maybe early 2000s that was what you like, I think it's definitely a good thing to do. I would do it again in a heartbeat if the right opportunity comes around. Benjamin says, what's your biggest, I guess, coyote? CIOTE. I don't know. I've never really weighed them. I've killed probably a dozen. I don't know. I don't even know what a coyote weighs. What does an average coyote weigh?
Probably 40, 50 pounds, 45 pounds. I'd say like a normal, like an average dog.
Yeah. I don't know. Killed so many. Killed most of them deer hunting. Justin, you're welcome, buddy. All right, guys, we got 52 watching on here. If y'all have any more questions, comments, load them up. We're not going to be on here much longer. We just want to be on here as long as you guys are interacting with us and commenting. If you have anything else you want to ask Matt about, hammer down. So says TJ, yeah, I found some old Walker studs from the 90s, hoping to find a Gyp to breed. Hammer down. I would definitely do that. Michael says, do you think there's a difference in frozen semen pups than natural pups? Honestly, I don't think so. The way science is, they're able to freeze that and do it right. I don't think there is much of a difference, except I don't think like the health or the nose of the dog being different. I think you're actually probably do better getting frozen semen because you can get some proven stock, like back to some bloodlines that have really made a name for themselves for 20 years or whatever. So I don't think so. But I tell you, it's a good question. I can bring it to Steve because he's got a lot more experience with this. So on the next podcast, I'll ask him. Brody says, I'm going to head out. Have a good night. Brody, appreciate you being on here, bud. Oh, let's see. John Hamill says, can you hunt a dog when she's in heat? You can. One thing, when she's first coming in, a lot of times you can hunt them. Males won't pay her any attention. And then two, I've heard that you can take like Vaseline and cover the area of the female, and the scent from the heat doesn't escape her, so males will leave her alone. I've not done that. A lot of my family members say they've done it, so I assume it does work. Farron says, can't go wrong with Buck Creek line of walkers. Benjamin says, my biggest is 65 and I have killed 30. I assume, do you mean pounds? Oh, that's a monster coon. Or no, he's probably talking coyote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was thinking coon. I'm like, dang, 65 pounds and I've killed 35. So I guess 35 is probably average for a coyote. Benjamin says, do you hunt in Pennsylvania? I've never been to Pennsylvania. Well, no, I have been to Pennsylvania. Been there 3 times, but I've never done any kind of hunting in Pennsylvania. Vix. Warren says Vix. Vic's favorite?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that too. You can put it on there and it
But Vicks, like
the
mentholated
Vicks
stuff.
Vapor. My uncle they used to do it.
I don't seem like something you'd want to put on a sensitive area.
Yeah, I know, but it's the sensitive area for the male.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try it on your dog one night.
I mean, it's fine with me.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just
Vicks works well.
Michael Harden, I do a lot of artificial insemination on beef and dairy cows, and farmers prefer it over a bull. Michael, why do they prefer that? Is it because the safety, as far as getting a bull to breed a female, it's safer for the female, or what? Sugar Creek says Vicks works well. West Virginia says, do not try Vaseline unless you want pups. All right. So we're getting a lot of opinions on here, a lot of answers. That's one of the best parts about this is if I don't have an answer, a lot of times people on here have it. Mark Warner says, it works. I've done and hunted her in night hunt. Mark, what did you use for it? Mike says, could you get exactly what you want? Gotcha. Farron says, at what age would you give up on a dog? That's going to depend a lot on conditions that the dog's had. If you live in a place with tons of coon and the dog's had tons of opportunity and 2 or 3 years old, they ain't done much at all, maybe even 2 years old, year and a half, they're not striking or running anything, and you live in a land that's got like a lot of coons, probably give up on the dog. Place like I live here, 3 years old, 3.5, if they haven't really struck or even run anything by 2.5, I'd probably give up on dog here. But generally, like dog here, don't finish out through 3.5, 4 years old. So Mark says Vicks. TJ says not lot used to sell a powder for females in heat. I can't remember what it's called. Cody says, how many coons have you treated in one night? 5. And that is a ton of coons for where I live. But some of those trees were multiples. So we're very lucky to get 2 coons a night here. Very, very rarely do we tag out at 3. But we did treat 5. This has been 20 years ago. We treated 5 one night. Had a couple multiple coons in tree and a single or something.
The 3 years that I've hunted with you, we've tagged out once.
Yeah.
And it was on Game Land, actually.
Michael says my papa used Vicks. Took the comment down. Guys, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up button. Like this video for me. I would appreciate it. And also, you get a chance, tell your friends about Nightlife Kennel. Tell them to come by here and subscribe. Our next goal is we want to get 10,000 subscribers. We're only like 2,400 off of that right now. I think we can get there pretty good if the Nightlife family will tell others about us. So we appreciate you. TJ says we treated 6 last weekend. Most I've treated one night pretty good for blue dogs, I guess. That's like my buddy Curtis up there in Indiana. They went the other night. They treated like 11. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you where you could find 6 coons on a piece of property around here. Not a piece of property you could hunt. And I'll tell you one thing: if you can hunt the golf courses and the gated communities around here,
you could kill them.
We can trade plenty.
You'd slay them.
I tell you, one of the best places to coon hunt in Henderson County, North Carolina, where I live. You go down to a road called Spartanburg Highway, and there's a McDonald's right beside a swamp.
Yes, sir.
Get you some drive-through and back up over in the parking lot. There's like 4 trash cans sitting there. And you sit there with your dog on tailgate and you just wait. There's like 20 coons that come and raid them trash cans all night long. And, you know, you're hunting right in the middle of the city limits. Main Street's right there. But you would treat piles of coons. Yep, Michael said use Vicks on females a lot. Wilson says, how many are we allowed to shoot or not? We're allowed 3. Well, like I said, we've treated more than that a couple times, but we've never shot out. We start by the law. TJ says, yeah, we have had 5 in one tree. The rut is on here. I think the rut's on here too, and we're hoping to find out tomorrow night. My phone's blowing up. All right, so Chris Wallace says, thanks, guys. See y'all at the Grand. TJ says, Oklahoma we can kill 1 a night all year long. So that's with us. Our season is mid-October to the end of February in North Carolina. Cody, how much is Nightlife merch? I think the shirts normally run like 20. The hoodies are somewhere around 25 to 30, depending on what size. We don't have any right now, but like within the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping to have them back up on the website. So if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram or even on here, once we get the merch in, I'll post it up with links to where you can go buy. So hopefully it won't be long. Well, buddy, you got anything you want to tell people?
Not really. Thank y'all for everything y'all do.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's been a wild ride for 20. This is probably the last video we put up in 2020.
Probably. It's been a pretty rough ride. Had some good moments. We've had some bad moments, but
what's one memory that stands out? Good or bad?
Good or bad?
Coon hunting memory.
Coon hunting memory. Oh, going to Arkansas. And that was a meeting, not just going to Arkansas, getting to meet Brent and finally, put a face to the name. But get to meet him, Mr. Clay, Mr. Rex.
Clay Newcomb. The stuff, if you watch Bro Hunting Magazine, the guy you see on those videos is Clay all day. There's definitely not a TV personality. Clay is who he is. He's a good dude.
Meeting Mr. Clay, Mr. Rex, Mr. Matt with Sunspot, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Sunspot. Michael. Sorry, not Matt. Michael Roseman. Yeah, getting to meet all those guys and hang out the short time we were there, but and But what about you? I'm switching it. I'm interviewing you.
That tree Nick's had
Yeah.
that she did by herself. That last one she did by herself. That was a big deal for me in 20. We worked really hard. We put up a lot of Nick's progression videos, and that was a lot of work into her. And that meant a lot to me. So that was probably my big Coon Up memory 2020. So TJ says, "See you later, boys. Tapping out. Appreciate you. Paint Lick's got to go, man. Appreciate you." John Hamill, have you seen a mountain coon? I saw one today, big as hide. I have, man. We got them around here. They get big. Farron says, "God dance for us one more time." And he ain't talking to me. Tell you what, we will start out the first video 2021. We'll kick it off right with Magic Matt will make a comeback.
2.0.
Magic Mac XXL. The hell that video?
XXL. I ain't damn it.
Well, no, I think that's how the
XL.
Magic Mike movies were.
I don't know.
That's what they call
I'm
the
not
second
into watching the Magic Mics.
Not what I heard. Anyway,
Whatever.
Gary McDermott, man, appreciate you being on here, but we're getting ready to get off here, guys. So we appreciate y'all for subscribing. Like I said, tell your friends about it. Share with your coworkers. Tell them to come by there and subscribe to Nightlife Kennel. We do appreciate each and every one of you. We love you for everything you do. And we've had a lot of sales on our website. Thank you guys so much for all the support through 2020. Go by there and check out Nightlife Nation podcast. It'll give you another source of media, coon hunting media to get you through the week. Also, if you're looking for any merch, nightlifenation.com. We got hoodies and sweatshirts on there too. Appreciate your support on there. 2020 has been great. We're going to try to do these live videos a little more often through 21. So we'll try to get on here more often. We appreciate you. We love you.
In the meantime, true one for us.